Well, Iran continues to fuck around and find out. As many of you know, Iran decided to try and deploy mines and send attack drones towards U.S. naval vessels late last night, and they were responded to in kind by being destroyed by the U.S. Navy. And that is the extent of Iran's capability of their Mosquito fleet to do anything of substance towards the United States. And of course, now the IRGC is claiming the U.S. broke the ceasefire and that they will retaliate, and yet there has been no retaliation. And if Marco Rubio were a spirit animal, he'd probably be mine. He has recently come out and said that the Strait of Hormuz will be opened one way or another, as it is international waters, and Iran is violating international law. Now, for those wondering why the IRGC still has any kind of naval assets at all, even though it is just a Mosquito fleet, it is because they were able to reconstitute some of their capabilities. Keep in mind, they had a large network of underground facilities, and in those underground facilities, they had hundreds of these little speedboats stored there. And when the calculations were originally done for their current capabilities, they did not take that information into account, at least not only in worst case scenario numbers, because they would only be estimates. And so, of course, they have brought out some of their equipment and weapons from these underground facilities for us to target and strike later on. On top of that, people need to remember that when we started the ceasefire, we still had approximately 30% of targets that had not been actioned yet. And so there are numerous targets out there that are still have a target painted on them, and they just haven't been destroyed yet. And many of those targets are probably in the Strait of Hormuz. And so that is part of the reason that the IRGC even has any kind of waterborne capability at all. But as of right now, the Strait of Hormuz will be opened in the time and manner of the president's choosing, and so he does not choose to open the Strait of Hormuz at this moment. He is trying to let diplomacy prevail, and we will see if that becomes the case or not. As tomorrow, the Trump administration will be hosting a cabinet-level meeting at Camp David to discuss peace talks further.